There once was a small home where a family lived. A 10-year-old boy named Jill, his father, and their loyal dog, Huge. Every day, when Jill came back from school, Huge ran to him, tail wagging, eyes shining, like his whole world had arrived. They weren't just boy and dog. They were best friends. They were everything to each other. One afternoon, Jill and Huge went outside for a walk in the park. Jill laughed, running around, the sunlight dancing around them. But suddenly, a man appeared. He stared at Jill and started bothering him. Jill froze. His heart raced. Fear gripped him. Huge saw it. And in that instant, only one thought lived inside him. Protect Jill. Huge leaped forward and bit the man. The man screamed in pain. Jill grabbed Huge, and they ran home. Moments later, the same man arrived at their door. His voice was loud, angry. This dog bites everyone. He should be sent to a dog shelter. Jill's father stood silent, caught between a rule and a friendship. Jill held Huge close, tears filling his eyes, and whispered, "You saved me. I will never let you go." Now, the choice lies in his father's hands. Will Huge be taken away, or will... The house was silent. Jill held Huge close, but then his father finally spoke. Huge must go to the dog shelter. Jill's breath stopped. Huge lowered his tail, as if he already knew. A white shelter van arrived outside. Workers placed a leash around Huge's neck. Jill cried, "Please don't take him. He saved me." But no one listened. Huge was lifted into the van. Jill watched helplessly. Huge pressed his paw against a small window. His eyes met Jill's, and both hearts shattered in silence. The door closed. The engine started, and the van drove away, leaving Jill standing alone. Huge arrived at the dog shelter. Metal gates, fences, loud barking everywhere. Huge stepped off the van, his eyes wide, his heart trembling. Dogs of every size surrounded the place. Cages, shadows, barking echoing in the air. A strong pit bull stood in front of Huge. His tag said Semo. He stared, cold and angry, then walked away. Huge understood. He didn't belong here. A worker led Huge down a long hallway, into a small metal room. A thin bed, a bowl of water, nothing more. Huge walked toward the window, a tiny square showing just a bit of sky. He closed his eyes and remembered Jill. Jill laughing, Jill hugging him, Jill whispering, "I will never let you go." But now, Jill wasn't there. Huge didn't bark. He didn't move. He just missed his best slow narrator tone. Inside the cold shelter room, Huge sits alone, his eyes heavy. Notices 3 tiny mice peeking from a corner. At first, Huge freezes confused, but the little mice, they're not scared. They crawl closer, sniffing, smiling in their tiny way. And for the first time, Huge feels a spark of happiness. He found new friends. Suddenly, Huge is taken outside to a dusty yard where 2 big dogs are forced to fight. Their growls, their pain, echo in the air. One dog falls defeated, exhausted. He is thrown into a van and driven away. No one explains where he's going, and Huge's heart sinks deeper. Huge turns to the mice. Where do they take the dogs? Mouse replied, "They say a trainer comes here. The smartest, strongest, toughest dog is chosen. The chosen dog goes with him to perform in shows." But Huge, no dog, ever returns. With fear in his chest, Huge is told, "If you want to leave this place, you must beat the pit bull, because right now he's the strongest." Huge lowers his head. "I don't fight. I'm not a fighting dog." And he walks away alone. The next day, chaos begins. The gates open, and he arrived. The dog trainer. Every dog is ordered to stand in line. The trainer walks slowly, scanning each one, his boots echoing on the cold floor. Then he stops. His eyes lock onto Huge, and Huge looks right back. In that moment, destiny begins to move. The courtyard fell silent. Every dog stopped breathing. All eyes watched as the trainer pointed toward one. This dog, Huge, will fight the pit bull. Huge froze. Fear wrapped around his heart. He was never a fighter. Across the shelter, Semo, the pit bull, lifted his head with pride. A grin formed on it. He already believed he had won. Hours later, Huge sat alone in the cold dirt, wondering why him. His chest ached with memory of Jill, of home, of everything that was taken. He walked towards Semo. I don't want to fight. Please, I'm not a fighter dog." But Semo didn't care. He only growled and whispered through his teeth, "I will win, and I will go with the trainer," slamming Huge into the ground. Claws, teeth, rage. Huge did nothing. He didn't fight. He didn't want to. He pushed once, just once. Bam! Semo flew, crashing against metal bars. A whimper, silence. He tried to stand, but his right front leg bent and broke beneath the balcony. The trainer leaned forward and spoke with command. "He goes with me. The other dog. Throw him out." 2 guards dragged Semo into a dark room, a room with no sound, no return. Huge didn't speak. He didn't move. He only let the chain pull him back into his empty cell. The door slammed. Huge sat quietly inside his dark room. the cold walls closing in around him. Suddenly, 3 small mice appeared. They looked huge, and without fear, they showed him a hidden way out. For the first time, Huge felt hope again. He didn't stop. He ran straight to Semo, not to fight him, but to save him. Semo looked at Huge in silence. He is here to save me, even though I tried to destroy him. Tears slowly filled Semo's eyes. Together, Huge, Semo, and the 3 mice escaped the shelter. But suddenly, the trainer appeared. He grabbed Semo, and he grabbed Huge. The mice ran away, straight to Jill's house. They told her everything. Meanwhile, the trainer took Huge to the show. Huge was tied with a belt. The stick came down again and again. Huge cried in pain, but never fought back. Then, Jill arrived. Semo attacked the trainer with rage. Jill rushed to Huge, freed him from the belt, and hugged him tightly. Nearby, the 3 mice clapped and smiled with joy. Semo looked at Huge. Thank you. In the end, Huge, Jill, Semo, and the 3 mice walked away together, free, safe, and finally happy.